Good day, everyone. So, today I'm going to discuss the topic of solar collectors and radiant energy. So, I am CJ Pilia, your reporter for today. So, today's focus is first is to define solar collectors and radiant energy from the sun. Next is to discuss the differences between solar collectors and radiant energy from the sun. And lastly, to appreciate the importance of solar collectors and radiant energy from the sun. So what is solar collectors? Solar collectors are devices designed to capture radiant energy from the sun and convert it into a more usable form, typically heat or electricity. There are two main types of solar collectors. First is solar thermal collectors and photovoltaic panels. The solar thermal collectors absorb light to heat fluid, which can then be used for heating water, space heating, or generating electricity through steam turbines. While PV panels, on the other hand, directly convert sunlight into electricity using semiconductor materials. So solar thermal collectors. These collectors absorb light to heat a fluid such as water or air. The heated fluid can then be used directly for heating purposes such as domestic hot water, space heating, or industrial processes. Solar thermal collectors typically consist of flat plate collectors, evacuated tube collectors, or concentrating collectors. So next is the photovoltaic panels. So PV panels directly convert sunlight into electricity using semiconductor materials. Typically silicon, when sunlight hits the PV panels, it excites electrons, generating an electric current, and this electricity can be used immediately, stored in batteries for later use, or fed into the electrical grid. So let's move on to our next topic, which is the radiant energy. So radiant energy from the sun is a form of electromagnetic radiation that travels through space and is responsible for providing light and heat to the earth. It's part of the broader electromagnetic spectrum, which includes various types of radiation ranging from radio waves to gamma rays. Solar collectors harness this radiant energy to provide renewable and sustainable sources of power for a variety of applications, and it is helping to reduce reliance on fossil fuels and mitigate climate change. So the importance of solar collectors and radiant energy is to harness the radiant energy which provides light and heat to the earth, to generate renewable and sustainable sources of power. By capturing and utilizing solar energy, we can reduce reliance on fossil fuels, mitigate climate change, and promote a cleaner and more sustainable energy future. So radiant energy from the sun is a form of electromagnetic radiation that travels through space and reaches the earth. And it includes a broad spectrum of wavelengths from radio waves to gamma rays. So with visible light and infrared radiation being the most relevant for solar energy application. So that's all for solar collectors and radiant energy. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.